What brought you here?
The Loreley Stone. But my sisters believe that if enough people drown around the Loreley Stone at the same time, will allow Loreley to be born again.
How we could stop your sisters.
Destroy the Loreley Stone.
But eventually you do manage to get back to the vineyard. You begin to hear something.
Oh?
Almost like angelic singing. From the waist to the end of her eel-like tail is about 4 times the size of the rest of her body.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking shoot her. I have a car.
Going to fill with water.
In the
let
trunk
it
of my
happen.
car? Sure.
Sure as shit we better do this before they start drowning people.
Oh, yeah, they're already starting to do that.
I see. Well, what the fuck are we waiting for?
You begin heading towards the docks, or wherever. Is that right?
Yep.
I think while you're navigating, you get onto a stretch that's an actual fucking road for once. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
And you begin to see from your rear view mirrors red and white flashing. Or red and blue
white
flashing.
Oh, okay. About to be like, the fuck is red and white flashing supposed to represent? Like an ambulance? What the fuck?
No, not an ambulance. No. You see red and blue flashing behind you.
What time is it?
It's about the time. It's about like 5, 6-ish.
Oh, fuck.
Are you gonna stop?
I kind of have to. Midas pulls over, puts on his hazard lights.
And the same cop from before knocks on your window.
Midas grips. He has to roll it down.
Well, as if it isn't the mid-ass mobile.
You know, I was hoping to get that repainted.
You know, I thought we had ourselves a little bit of a date, didn't we?
Look, man, I had a really, really bad. I did tell you outright I wasn't available today.
Yeah, the law doesn't really care about that.
I mean, are you arresting me?
I'm asking you to come in for questioning. If you don't, then we may have to get a warrant on reasonable cause. Which I personally don't want to do because those religious nut jobs talking about the end of the world are crazy.
Look,
But they
look,
did
look,
say
look.
you killed a guy. So you
I
see where
definitely-
I'm coming from.
I definitely
right?
didn't do that. But
well, we're gonna have to talk about it in a more formal setting.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Give me like 2 hours.
Roll plus charm to manipulate someone.
Finally, I can roll charm.
Hooray! Fail.
Feel better get snake eyes.
Okay, I can roll charm. That's an 8.
Okay.
8. Ooh. On a 7 and 9, they do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. I think what the officer asks is this. All right, I've got a notepad here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you staying?
Fuck, I don't remember the name of the inn.
I don't think we named the inn.
I'm staying at the inn.
Which inn? See, this is great. I don't have to name the inn. Now you do.
Salt and Pepper.
The Salt and Pepper Inn. Miss Dearly's establishment.
Yes.
All right, get what you need done. We'll be coming by for you later.
All right.
Or you can just come yourself.
Look. I will be at the station as soon as I'm reasonably able to. It's been a long day.
Right, well, the law waits for no one, buddy. But I can wait just a couple hours.
I'll be seeing you then.
Yeah, have fun with your mid-ass.
And then he smacks his ass.
Midas
No,
rolls
this
the window back up.
No, this guy sucks. This guy has been saying this in a condescending way, not a flirtatious way.
Oh, well,
Do you think I would let you romance a police officer?
No, I think it'd be funny
no,
if the police officer was trying to romance Midas, though.
Midas
do.
looks back at the others. My ass isn't that flat, is it?
no one speaks.
It's about a 5 out of 10.
I used to have a great ass.
Oh,
It was in
Well,
Time Magazine for number
well-
one ass.
Fame does those things to people.
I was
Okay, so we're
number
getting back to the
38
docs
on
now.
20 under 20. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. That's
Okay,
I
okay,
barely
okay.
made the list.
Okay, we're at the okay. We're at the docks now. The same sort of like fishy smell permeating your noses.
we're really just lucky the cop didn't hear like slosh, slorp, schlop coming from my fucking trunk.
If you rolled poorly, he would have. I will say, if you fucked up that roll, he would have asked to pop the trunk.
Well, I mean, we got to get the boat first before I go through with my plan.
Oh god, okay.
My plan is not how to get the boat. My plan is how to, what to do in the water.
There is a dredger and boat, and it's in the docks right now.
So we could just take it.
What do you
I
do?
mean, can we like rent it?
I think the woman comes up to you. She's a dark-skinned, middle-aged woman in a like one of those like long, fancy-ass captain's jackets. That's definitely a bit anachronistic to today's age, but like it makes her seem cool, and it does.
She gets all the chicks at the lesbian bar.
She's got like the physique of a fisherman, maybe a bit of a scarred arm. She is very cool.
Ma'am, we would like to rent your boat for the evening.
Oh, what's the occasion?
See, my fiance is sitting in the car, and soon to be. I was gonna propose over the water.
I'm the one who waves.
And you're choosing my little piece of junk against everything else, she says with a smile.
I feel like I could get a better view of the water. And
Well, listen, buddy. For you, it's on the house.
thank you.
You've just lied to this lesbian.
Specifically, I'm letting this happen because we said in our setup episode that like the fishermen in this town love giving tours.
Oh yeah.
This woman shakes your hand and introduces herself as Sabina Summerfield, and she works as a dredger alongside the fishermen. And she's willing to take you out to this as long as she is the one who commandeers it. Which, considering that you have a siren with you, adds a bit of an obstacle.
Well, we just toss the siren in the water, and she can follow along. The siren doesn't need to be on the boat. In fact, I feel like the siren should not be on the boat.
No, you're right. But like, if Sabina is the one who is like following the siren, Sabina's gonna have to learn about the siren.
Yeah, probably. But like, that is like one secret. Look, if she didn't follow this plan, I was gonna write her a bad check.
You were gonna what?
Write her a bad check.
Oh, oh Midas.
I hate him.
I feel like we made like a setting where like the enemy is like money and corporatism, and two of you don't hate money and corporatism.
Don't worry. Sammi can hate it enough for all of us.
So true.
So true.
Oh, it's not
no,
like
we'll play
Midas has the money. He's gonna write a check for $10,000 that does not pass.
You're still fucking over like you know what, never mind. This is a future that isn't coming to pass. She's fine. How are you introducing Odine to this 50-year-old captain woman?
Oh, is it Odine I'm introducing? I thought I was gonna pull out Friendly Neighbor.
I mean, like, here's the thing. If Odine needs to follow, or I mean, if Sabina needs to follow Odine to where the stone is.
I mean, I'm not gonna introduce Odine as my significant other. I am going to bring Sabina to my car, and then I'm just gonna say, okay, do not tell anybody about this part.
What?
And then I'm going to slowly open the trunk.
Sweet Lord in heaven.
Okay.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, so don't go telling people about this. So I feel like you can kind of put, a couple things together here.
Oh, I ain't gonna tell no one. Keeping secrets makes me feel young again.
I need you to follow her into the water. We need to dredge something up. It's a rock.
Oh,
So
it's a true and proper quest then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a little boring around here lately anyways. You got it.
And I assume we do something to distract all the other people at the dock while we get,
I think it's easy enough to like wait for a 5-second window when you can just like quickly huck her into the water.
What was that sound? Just a fish, obviously.
don't concern yourself with it. Let's get on this boat, baby.
Yeah, the 4 of you, well, 5 of you, including Sabina, load up onto the boat and begin your trek outwards.
We're following her.
And it's nice for a little while. The waters give you almost like a, what's the opposite of claustrophobia? Kenophobia.
The fear of big open spaces.
Yeah, it's a little foggy, it's a little nerve-wracking, but like you're able to manage it fine. As you're getting closer though, you hear a dunk as something hits the side of the dredging boat, and then
What the
another
dink?
dunk, dunk.
What the dink is that noise?
Well,
Millie does not say this. Instead, Millie says, "What the shit?"
the old Glock's coming out again.
You have to have a number of bullets eventually.
Well, I imagine he reloaded in between the fucking vineyard.
We give Midas 3 bullets per interaction.
He was able to go to his car. I imagine he was able to reload.
No, this is true. You're as you look out from the side of the dredging boat, you can see a number of sirens circling you.
Do you think we're getting close to the actual thing? Like, how close do you think?
Probably you're getting close.
That sure is a lot of fish women.
Yeah.
And you watch as they're circling the boat, one of them grabs Odine, and there's now a bit of a scuffle. What do you do?
Well, I'll tell you something, Flux. There is someone amongst us that I think you're forgetting about. Who amongst us do you think wouldn't have to breathe air? In the water, you just see a splash with no person having caused it.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
She was one step ahead of us the whole time.
She was once. Oh my god.
Silenus has entered the water.
Did you give Silenus the gun?
Yeah.
Okay,
For what the sirens are seeing is a floating handgun.
oh my god.
The floating gun.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the floating gun.
So I'm gonna have you acting for Silenus. This feels more like acting under pressure than kicking some ass.
Fair enough.
Because you're not in like one-to-one combat. This is just a fucking mess is what it is. Trying to get these sirens off of Odine.
That's a 6.
Fuck.
Do you want to use luck?
Silenus, it's okay. We believed in you.
I'm gonna use a luck. I'm this confident in this idea.
Okay, so you're down to, what is it, 6 luck now?
7. I've not used luck before. I did not use luck last session.
No, 7, you're using luck, right?
Yeah.
You start with 7, so now you're at 6.
Oh yeah,
right?
I am at 6 now. Yep.
And what is your searcher special?
When you spend a point of luck, your first encounter comes up in play. It could be a flashback, new occurrence, or related event.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
So I'm going to tell you what happens.
Okay.
Silenus is firing these shots off, and it's, if it's close enough range, I think it works,
Yeah.
even if it's in the water. But eventually, what happens is there's a couple more sirens that are coming to its aid, and it looks for a second like Silenus is going to be overwhelmed, like they manage to like see where the water parts and form begins, because it's
Yes.
invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Silenus's form starts to become less and less human-like.
Oh.
And for a moment, as you see Silenus basically go hand to hand, blow for blow, punch for punch against all of these sirens, you see almost for a moment the creature, the shadow, as Silenus turns into this shadow for just a moment and then As all of these sirens are just beaten back by Silenis, you see this shadowy form, blackness in the water, just roiling and transforming.
Can anyone else see this, or is it just me?
I think the others see flickers of it, but not too much.
This is the first proof that Silenis is real and not just Midas abusing psychic powers to fuck with people.
Help.
For a while, people have been thinking, is he just using telekinesis to, like, pretend there's a second guy?
And as soon as this melee is done, the shadow monster turns back into Silenis.
Midas's heart has just kind of dropped through his chest. For the first time in, I think, a really long time, he looks genuinely terrified.
Paolo sort of points towards the water. What did it do?
Midas is outright just having a panic attack at this point.
Hoo-wee! That was something, wasn't it?
Most things
Yeah.
are something, yes.
You good down there, buddy?
Not,
Shit, one hell of a. Well, I don't know what to call it.
not very.
Midas, you look worse than usual.
You're not helping.
I'm gonna turn the engines back on. We're almost there, I think.
Midas is like going to go sit down.
Does anyone else want to talk to Midas while we're reaching the point?
I just put a hand on Midas's back. Pat, pat. You're not dead yet. Congrats.
I could have been.
But you aren't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're here. You feel like a shudder as the dredger stops, and its little picking arm lowers into the water. What do you guys do?
We did grab that scuba gear, right? Ooh, we didn't.
We can retroactively say that you did if you want.
I mean, I think this sea captain lesbian would have scuba gear with her.
Silenis is still down there.
He's swimming.
I think Silenis came back, personally.
I don't know. Are you sure you want to keep using Silenis right now?
I mean, do you want to talk to Silenis? I don't know if that was ever established, if that's a thing you guys can do. Can you guys, like, have conversations?
Silenis cannot speak. I think
see.
that was established. Midas can speak to Silenis. Silenis understands Midas and what he says.
I think Silenis just looks at you almost like apologetic that you had to see that.
Like a very sad dog.
What the fuck, man? I thought you were like me. You're that?
He just kind of like shrugs and continues to look apologetic. He can't speak to you.
He looks sad.
I think Silenis's body language is that of like doesn't know what to say, so he's not going to meet your eyes.
I gotta teach you how to write.
But yeah, do we want to say that like you guys have scuba gear? I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be like, oh, but you guys didn't do it while you were on land, so tough luck.
Splash.
I could
Scuba gear.
imagine that a boat would have some sort of diving equipment. A dredger?
Yeah, no. Sabina has diving equipment. Do we want to say it's enough for everyone? I think that's fun. Let everyone in on this action.
Yes, I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
And as you guys are getting suited up, Sabina holds up a harpoon and says, all right, who wants it?
I want the harpoon.
Tosses the harpoon to Millie.
As if there was any
Yeah.
question.
All right, well, best of luck down there.
Well, if you don't see us again, make us a cool story.
I'll make you the coolest story I ever told.
Millie does like finger guns, and then it goes to dive in.
You are the rest of you following?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even you, Midas?
Yeah. Midas is just sort of running on a million emotions at once, a lot of that being adrenaline.
All right. You guys hop down into the murky water, and it's hard to see. The deeper you go, the harder it is to see. The sun has started setting by the time you got here already, so as you guys are following the line lower and lower and lower, you see like shapes moving and shifting in the water. What are you guys doing?
Hmm.
Well, if anything gets a little too close, they're gonna get demon bagged.
I think one of them does get close.
Okay.
Don't use lightning. Don't use lightning. Don't use
There
lightning.
is a lot of them here, and they are not immediately attacking you, more like getting up to you and almost like they're playing with you, like how a cat would.
Great.
Well, then we just don't have to be. We just have to not be entertaining.
Are you still going to use your juju bag? Or no, not a juju bag. It was a. Are you still going to use your 5 demon bag?
If any of them get a bit too close.
I think one of them like goes up to like bump at you.
Let's see. Fish. Ice blast.
You're blasting them with ice. This is probably going to set off the horde, just so you know. But you are getting close to the Loreley stone.
I'd say I'll keep them distracted, but we're all in scuba gear, so I just kind of gesture at the stone, and then gesture at the mermaids, and then gesture at the sirens, and then gesture at myself, and then gesture at in the direction of the rock, and then just gesture at my bag, and then I'm just gesturing a lot.
Are you ready to kick this off? It's about to get chaotic.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you blast ice, it's like you dropped a stake into a school of piranhas. You're having a hard time keeping a hold of the line as you're just like tossed and turned every which way from the currents as this school of sirens begins circling you at a rapid pace. Every which direction. What do you do?
Where is do we know where Odine where Odine?
Odine is also here, but there's not much Odine can do. It's like one person versus like 100.
Okay. I wanted to know if she was with us or if she was in the school.
Odine is not in the school. Odine is a traitor.
Queen.
I'm just blasting them with any elemental magic that I can, except for lightning.
What is everyone else doing amidst this underwater maelstrom?
Hella's got her fucking claws out.
All right.
They're going all the way through the fucking scuba gear.
I don't know if Midas has a weapon that works this far underwater.
I think because you're taking the lead, I'm gonna have you, friendly neighbor, roll act under pressure.
What was under pressure again?
Cool.
Cool.
One of the things I'm great at. Thank you.
Could you imagine if I took the mace as my weapon?
Me macing the sirens.
Ah!
Come on. 9.
9. Nice.
That's a 9. Let's see here. Keeper's gonna give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. I have a price to pay for you.
Okay.
You're able to hold, all of you are like, with friendly neighbors, expert leadership, you're able to like hold them off, whether it's by bag or claw or harpoon, or just kind of pushing them. And you're able to get down to the Loreley stone. It doesn't look like any other stone at the bottom of this sea. It's very jagged with like almost impossible angles. It kind of hurts to look at. And as soon as it's clamped, you pull the rope to say it's time to come back up. But neighbor, one of them manages to smarten up and grabs your bag from you.
Ow.
This is the price to pay. You're losing your 5 demon bag.
Oh, in our second hunt.
Hey, you can maybe get something new. You just gotta maybe talk
You
to your
could
patron
also
about it.
just use luck.
Well, okay, hold on. This is a 9. Does anyone want to help out?
Could
Yeah, this
I
isn't
help
that.
out? If they try to steal that bag, can I help out and try and
I was gonna
hold on?
I'm not sure if this would work actually.
No, let's hear it. Just pitch it and we can talk about it.
I just realized that I don't know if this would actually really help neighbor, is the thing.
Well, what is it?
I was going to try and use the game is fixed. When you use magic in a crowded and chaotic place, take +1 forward. You may also choose the following effects whenever you use magic. Someone fails a skilled task, you disappear unnoticed and untraceable in a crowded and chaotic scene. Instantly set up or pack away a carnival stall or campsite, track someone, or get a bunch of cash. I was going to, if they tried to intercept us from getting to the stone, I was going to try to use disappearing in a crowded and chaotic scene to get to it, but I do think we've got to it. We're just trying to save neighbor's bag.
This is a help someone, isn't it?
If someone wants to help out, we can try doing that in order to get you guys up out of the water safety. But right now, like, that's not this. This is like the next move.
I would like to grip onto the bag with like my whole fucking body then.
Is this what you want to do?
Yeah.
I like to imagine him like wrapping himself around it like a sloth.
Yeah, he's gonna like fucking bear hug this fucking thing. Like the extra weight will make it harder to steal.
All right, roll 2d6 plus not charm. Cool.
Woohoo!
Let's
That's
go,
a 10.
baby! Let's go! Love the Mets!
Which
Love the
brings-
Mets!
Let's go!
Which brings neighbor's roll up to a 10, which means you're able to keep your bag.
Yay!
But as soon as the clamp grips onto this impossible stone and begins pulling it up, they're really in a fucking frenzy now, trying to like grab at you or gnash at you. All of you are automatically going to take 1 harm.
Ow.
Okay.
Ow!
Okay, I take no harm then.
That's my first
Fuck, I'm
time taking
unstable
harm.
again. I'm
Oh,
unstable again. Oh wait, I don't take harm. Fuck you.
What's that?
I don't take harm. Fuck you.
How so?
Isn't that my move? In a battle, I don't take any fucking harm.
Oh yeah, no, I guess so. You don't take harm right now. Okay. Hi, editing Flux from the future here. This is not how this move works. It only prevents harm moves. Sorry, we'll remember this in the future. So Sammi, now you can use, can you read out that move again?
The game is fixed. When you use magic in a crowded and chaotic place, take +1 forward. You may also choose the following effects whenever you use magic. Someone fails a skilled task, you disappear unnoticed and untraceable in a crowded and chaotic scene, instantly set up or pack away a carnival-style or campsite, track someone, or get a bunch of cash.
All right, so is this what you're doing? What does this look like as you perform this, like, ritual spell?
What this looks like is that, as the chaos of the fight is becoming, worse and worse, Millie essentially, like, bloodbend propels herself down towards the stone, and in all of the chaos and her sleight of hand as a ringmaster is trying to slip through unnoticed.
You're effectively trying to get, like, it's not just you, though. It's, like, this entire, like, dredging party unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you're all basically acting as one unit right now.
Yeah.
So it's time for use magic. Roll 2d6 plus weird plus 1, because you get a +1 forward to using game is fixed, so...
So it's essentially 2d6 plus 3.
Yes.
8.
So you're going to choose a glitch.
Oh boy.
The glitches are, the effect is weakened, the effect is of short duration, you take 1 harm, ignore armor, the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, or it has a problematic side effect.
Okay, let me think through this. The whole point is to not draw attention, so not that one.
How problematic.
I would like to... I'm between taking 1 harm or a problematic side effect.
I would like to remind you that taking harm also has moves. It's not just, oh, you check the, you check the box. Every time anyone gets hurt, use one. 1 harm moves are, you might either fall down, take -1 ongoing, pass out, or be in intense pain.
Great. What does the peanut gallery think?
I mean, you could take the 1 damage and just move on.
There will be some sort of harm consequence,
I feel
though.
like if you take short duration, we might not make it all the way out of the water. Like, we might make it further up, but we might not make it as far as we want.
Yeah.
I'm scared of whatever a problematic side effect in this instance even is.
I also don't know what problematic side effect would be here, because, like, in my mind, Fey magic and blood magic are 2 completely separate schools. So it's not like you would also become a siren.
siren.
Or something. Yeah.
We get up there and Millie is just inside out now.
Oh god.
This is always happening to her.
So what do you think?
I'll take a problematic side effect, sure.
Okay, can you describe how you were doing this again? Like, genuinely, I don't know what a problematic side effect looks like in this case. So I'm willing, I'm open to suggestions from the rest. It does say the keeper decides what the problematic side effect is, but, like, I want to open the floor to everybody.
Millie is essentially propelling downward with the power of funny blood bending and using her illusion magic to make it look as if they disappeared into the blackness.
And what does it look like when you do this? Like what happens to like your skin or whatever?
Millie's obviously Millie's hands go red as they tend to do, and everybody, assuming they have veins, I love that that's a sentence I have to say, assuming they have veins, can feel them kind of like pulsing and throbbing as it feels like all the liquid in their body is like pulling them rapidly along with the stone. And kind of like a dark swirl like encases them. Like all of them. Sorry, I like to make Millie's magic work in kind of fucked up ways.
No, I love it.
No,
it's
it's
vivid.
fun.
It's great.
I make you move rapidly by literally yanking all of your blood.
Unwelcome, an unwelcome problematic side effect.
Millie's blood type changes.
She used to be B positive and now she's O negative.
This is the hardest part about like doing these kinds of games is like having to think on your feet, what is an interesting consequence here? Because you guys are going to make it up in time. So how about we set the scene like this? You guys are able to get the dredge up out of the water and all of you flop onto the deck.
Woo!
Up on the deck and flop like a fish.
Millie get to the bends. It's decompression sickness.
Oh yeah, what if we went too fast?
No, that's not a magical side effect though. What if for some reason the thing that my mind goes to is what if the rock becomes alive?
Like Dwayne?
Whoa.
Yeah, what if because of like the swirling blood, you've put like blood consciousness into the rock?
Oops.
Oh my god, vibes their god. Uh-oh.
No. That would be you didn't revive the god. This rock is just now alive. Which is which I think makes a very fun moral quandary for Millie, considering you have to destroy it. So, what does this look like? I think the rock just kind of like shifts its form and like
Can it pretty please sprout a mouth?
A mouth of sharp geode-like teeth.
Oh, I was hoping this would just be like everything everywhere and he's got googly eyes.
I think what happens is you see as you pull it out and like all of your blood is coming back. I think that's safe to say, right, Sammy? Their blood's coming back to them.
Yeah, you're fine.
Blood.
But
quote,
all
unquote.
3 technically. Does friendly neighbor bleed? No, right?
Suburban fathers bleed.
Yes, but it's not right.
The 4 of you have just slightly less blood as some of it is stuck in this rock. And as this rock takes in this blood, it kind of like shifts and forms these impossible angles as it used to have. It kind of like almost like one of those Rubik's cubes that don't have like 3x3 shapes, you know, when you twist them and they start to get different weird like shapes to them. And by the time it's done like twitching and writhing, there's 4 little angles making a quadruped shape, and at the front there is no eyes and but 1 little mouth.
Huh. I've never had that happen before.
Congratulations, Millie. I think you are a mother.
Do you think this thing should be like animal sapient, or can it speak human words? I'm gonna let this be Sammy's decision, because this is Millie's new creation.
I think that it can speak human words, but only like very broken sentences.
Are you gonna keep this thing? Tomato Soup's gonna get jealous.
They can be friends.
I don't know. Dogs like that tend to be whiny, jealous little fiends from experience.
That's so true.
But I think this thing says, alive.
Millie like really awkwardly pats its little rock head.
What are the rest of your guys' reactions to this development?
I think you have to kill that thing.
Probably.
I don't. Her like mouth kind of presses into a line as she like
Can we just drop it back in the water? Will it drown?
studies it.
Don't drop it back in the water. We just got it out.
Yeah, but it'll... Oh, wait, but that won't break the rock. That'll just, like...
He'll go back down to the bottom.
It's a little fucked up to actually kill things, isn't it?
I killed something
Millie, it is
earlier
a rock.
today.
And it's alive for some shit-forsaken reason.
Boat.
How are the sirens feeling right about now?
Speaking of that, Sabina, Captain Summerfield says, "Hold on, folks! We're doing a hard left!" And makes a hard left that probably shifts everyone. The sirens are after your ass, and you can hear singing on the horizon. Unless you guys do something about the song right now for yourselves, you're going to have to make the roll for listening to the song.
Midas is gonna start screaming.
Hey, that works.
You know what? Yeah, we all just scream really loudly.
Yeah, Millie's also gonna start screaming.
Ah!
Loud.
Millie whips out her phone and starts playing music loudly.
Well, it's gonna be difficult to discuss what you're going to do with this thing as you guys are making noise.
What do we do about the rock?
Oh, we need to fucking kill it! Ah!
Well, I don't want to kill it now that it's alive!
Well, you should have thought of that before bringing it to life!
I didn't understand that!
You should have thought of that before bringing it to life!
You think I did that on purpose? I was trying to get us to not all get shit fucked.
Let me just telekinesis it! I'll just break it!
How does Hallow feel about this?
She's staring at it.
Is she yelling?
I would like you
No.
to make a
Oh no.
No, I think the yelling from the others is enough to prevent you from needing to do this. It's just making it very hard to discuss what to do. Effectively, what I'm saying here is that you guys need to if you guys want to actually discuss what to do with this thing, you're going to need to let your guard down enough to make that roll. What do you guys do?
I mean, my plan is just to use telekinesis and throw that thing into the stratosphere.
No, we have to break it.
I assume it would break on landing.
It could fall into the water again.
Why don't we just do the thing we planned earlier?
Break it
Yes, with ice.
with ice.
I just have to go right up to its mouth.
Is this what you're actively doing right now, friendly neighbor?
Yes, but now I'm hesitating too, because it has a mouth.
Are you doing anything to potentially stop this from happening, Millie?
Millie's kind of like backing away from friendly neighbor.
So you're going to put this thing out of its misery, neighbor?
It's a big living rock. What life could it live, Millie?
Hallow's like trying to reach for it.
Just putting my hand over its mouth.
Don't make it say stuff.
And pulling an ice demon out, using ice powers from the bag.
Not suffering.
I don't think this is a roll. I think what power does it have to resist, you know?
Don't make us feel bad about killing a rock, asshole.
I think what happens is, what is the ice demon specifically?
It's just like a little imp-like creature that's sort of shaped like a snowflake.
Okay. And you put it up to it and it begins freezing over, and you hear this creature say, "Goodbye," and then poof! It just like shatters into a bunch of pieces.
I think I've been mentally scarred.
Millie looks more horrified than you've ever seen her look from doing her like gore magic.
Hello, meanwhile, peeks over the side of the ship to see where Odine is.
Odine is following you back. The rest of the sirens, after realizing that the Lorelei stone is shattered, or at least this instance of it for the next 100 years or so, they're just kind of leaving. This party sucks, man.
This part, if it sucks, hit the bricks.
Is the rest of the boat ride home just like in silence?
Yeah, it's the fucking Donkey Kong Cartwright gif.
I think by the time we reach the water, Sabina just says, well, that was a bit of a downer ending, but if you need any help, aquatic wise, just let me know, all right? You four, you're good folks at heart. Just remember that, okay?
Why did you add that part onto the end of the sentence?
Sometimes people need a little bit of a reminder. Sometimes people think it's a bit too late for them. Are we all just heading back to the to the Salt and Pepper.
I have somewhere else that I guess I have to go.
Actually, as you reach the Salt and Pepper bed and breakfast,
Yeah.
there's a cop car outside, and the officer's waiting for you.
Yeah. And I park and I drop everybody off.
Actually, this is great. Can any one of the other three come to? We'll knock out two birds with one stone.
What?
We have some more questions to ask.
Of any one of them?
I mean, I don't want to take all three.
Oh.
Millie is
Okay.
just kind of pointedly not looking at anybody. She's genuinely upset about the rock.
Who wants to go to the police station?
No.
Millie turns her music up louder.
Well, looks like it's
Fri-
good neighbor.
Hi, friendly neighbor. Let's go to the police station.
Come along now.
Can I just are you gonna drive me there or am I gonna drive there?
We'll give you a ride.
Alright, yeah, I've used a bit of gas today. Did we drop the mermaid back, not the mermaid, did we drop the siren back off?
Yeah,
Her
sure, why
name
not?
is Odine.
Yeah, I
Did
think
we-
I think we can say you dropped Odine back off.
We had to fill the car back up with water again
Mm-hmm.
Where did we put her?
In the trunk.
in the trunk.
No,
We
where
put
did
her
we
back-
drop her off?
The
At
pool.
the pool.
She said she wanted to be back in the lake.
Well, she'd at least like to talk things over with her boyfriend first.
Ugh, I guess.
And then he can figure this out.
Okay. So I don't think it's a very long drive to the police station. There's definitely going to be, I think, you're brought out. You're not being arrested. You're just in for questioning. There's probably like a white room that sorry. There's probably like a white room where they sit you down, get you some water or even a Coke if you wanted, like on a bench. And
That's how they get your DNA swab, is through the Coke bottle.
And as I was saying, they have some bureaucracy to do, so you guys definitely have a moment to talk with each other if you guys wanted.
I feel like we'd be better talking on the walk home.
Okay, so you want this to happen first, then?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to say things where the police can hear. I mean, I don't want to say things. Your friendly neighbor, unfortunately, is like, wow, the cops, they sure are nice.
Well, we'll see. Is all I'll say to that. We'll see. I think they're going to call you in and sit you at a table. It certainly looks like an interrogation room. It's not very friendly looking. Lights up above doing like that really like shrill fluorescent buzzing.
Ah.
There's a mirror that's so obviously like two ways. It's the vibes aren't here, is what I'm saying.
You know the thing in movies where people like stare through the one-way mirror directly at the person on the other side?
Is that what Friendly Neighbor is doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So two people come in. The first is the cop that drove you there and has been kind of a thorn in your side this entire day. And the other is a woman slightly taller in a white coat, and she has longer blonde hair. And the cop says, forgive me for not introducing myself earlier. And he holds out a hand to you and says, my name is Officer Curtis Gritston. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Midas ain't shaking that hand.
He just kind of slowly
Your friendly
reels
neighbor
it back.
is.
Oh, okay. You grab the hand as he's reeling it back.
And pull it back in for a shake. Pleasure to meet you.
And this besides me is Miss Marissa Centrifuge. She's from Forensics. She's come to town to help me out with our investigations.
All right.
Oh. And I suppose we don't have any introductions for you. We already know who you are, Mr. Peter Goldman.
Don't call me that, please.
It's your legal name.
He's pinching the bridge of his nose.
But we couldn't find anything about you. And he looks at you, friendly neighbor. What's your name?
I'm your friendly neighbor.
What is your name?
That's his
I am
name.
your friendly neighbor.
Do you have any identification on you?
Of course.
Okay, can we see it?
Your friendly neighbor pulls out a wallet that comically flips open to reveal a bunch of photos.
Photos of what?
Government, oh my god, government ID.
Oh, here you go. It is an actual driver's license, proper and everything, that does just say your friendly neighbor on it, though.
Oh, Jesus. Does the photo on the ID match your current visage?
The photo on the ID has a conveniently placed glare.
You think you're funny? You think this is funny?
If it was funny, I'd be telling a joke.
Clearly, the DMV are the ones having a laugh.
Okay, well, he just slides it back to you. Listen, here's the deal, right? Marissa. And Marissa comes and brings back a little baggie full of discarded bullets and says, when you came into the station, we did tests on your gun,
Okay.
and they match. Why are you firing shots in my city, man?
I got attacked by a wild deer.
At a vineyard, at a church.
You can see why I'd be concerned.
Listen, we've got some people. They're real cuckoos. I'm gonna be honest with you. Very nice people, very God-loving people. More like
Not a very nice thing to
God-fearing.
call them.
Very God-fearing now, but look, I'm gonna be honest. They say you killed someone.
That's not true.
They say that you killed someone that just so happens to coincide with a current missing persons case.
Well, ain't that convenient for them? Do you want to lay down a list of other things that they believe in, officer?
He slides forward a photo. This is the man who you did actually, the whole face thing. This man is Palmer Rye. He owns a welding business in town, but he went missing yesterday. We figured that it was all, some considering their current penchant for repenting, we figured that it was just some misunderstanding, but we haven't been able to get into contact with him. Do you know anything?
No, I've never seen this man before in my life.
Should this be a manipulate someone roll?
You want it to be?
I'm thinking. Oh my god, I think it is going to be a manipulate someone roll,
Okay.
which is plus your charm.
That's a 9.
God, only if you do something right now to show that you mean it.
I forget. Is a 10 regular success?
10 is a full success.
Regular success, yes.
I could
So if
help.
you were to help out here, I would be in the clear.
It's just a question of how you would help out.
Well, friendly neighbor was there with me.
No, friendly neighbor was inside the church.
Does the officer know that?
Does the officer know that?
Okay, if friendly neighbor wants to help out, you have to give me rationale for how you're helping out.
Friendly neighbor was with me the whole time. He never saw him either.
Of course, I'm an alibi.
Yeah. Friendly neighbor's
Okay.
a walking alibi.
So that's your angle here? Okay, roll to help out. That's a cool roll then.
Good thing my cool is 2.
Hey, that's not bad.
2d6 plus 2. 9, baby.
So it brings it up, but you're going to expose yourself to trouble or danger.
And I feel like I've already been exposed, so,
Yeah, I think I know where this is going to be going. He's just like, okay. See, this is why I don't like these kinds of investigations. It's he said, she said. You know how it goes, right?
No, I'm not a police officer.
Funny guy.
I made a business out of it.
Listen, I'm taking the lead in this conversation, okay? Okay?
Speak!
You don't tell me to speak! And he slams his fist onto the table.
The First
I'm
Amendment.
gonna
would
tell you
state
something.
otherwise.
People in this
Oh.
town are dead. At the Crust Punk, someone was decapitated.
And you think I did that?
No? I think one of your friends did, though.
Fucking how?
We have witness accounts
That saw one of them do it.
that saw that they were involved in it. Something about some golden blob. I don't know, but listen. Rocco Ricky is dead. That is a fact. And this town was real nice until you folks started showing up, okay? You want to tell me what actually happened there?
I wasn't there. I had no idea.
I'm talking to your friend. Self-centered dick.
Hey, yeah, this guy's not very nice.
And yet, I tell him exactly what I saw.
He just kind of bursts out laughing. Just to be clear, Marissa has not once, like,
Spoken.
made any, like, comment or motion. She's just been looking at the both of you blank-faced. And I think what the expose yourself to trouble or danger from your help out, which I'm just kind of letting it ride, is going to be, oh, Peter, you're a funny guy. You're a real funny guy. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
Okay.
You, on the other hand, Mr. Anonymous, we're going
That's
to be
not what he
keeping
told
you.
you.
Friendly
We're not
neighbor.
going to be. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking here. We're going to be keeping you for a couple. Okay? We need to figure some things out with you.
Like how long?
However long it takes.
Anything to help out the officer of the law.
That's right. So specifically what's happening here is you're not going back to the others. You're going to be in a holding cell while they figure out who or what the hell you are.
Yippee!
Is this like a couple hours or days we're talking here?
If Friendly Neighbor was an actual person they could easily go to a database and pick an ID for, probably hours. Is that Friendly Neighbor?
No.
Sucks.
Nope.
I guess Midas is gonna wait outside.
Okay, before you go though, I think Officer Gritston stops you and just like leans in to tell you something. I don't know what the hell that you or your buddies are doing, but let's play nice, okay? I don't want any trouble in my town.
You won't find any trouble through us, officer.
It's what I wanted to hear. Get out of here, go talk to your friend or whatever. And he just kind of waves you off.
As soon as you let him out, I will.
You can actually like talk to him. I think we can say there's like some kind of visitation thing if you still wanted to have that conversation. You said you wanted to do that, and I don't want to block that off because of roles. So
And also, like, they're gonna throw him in a holding cell. I'm sure they've got to go. They're about to go looking through, trying to figure out where the fuck, just find anything on. I'm sure they're about to take prints on him to find something.
yeah. So if you want to have that conversation,
I'd like to ask as well, Perry, what happens if you try to fingerprint Friendly Neighbor? Like, what do they get?
You gotta give me a second to think. What would Friendly Neighbor's finger? A guy who peels like wallpaper.
I think it's just a new fingerprint each time, honestly.
Every time you go to fingerprint the same finger.
No, per layer. So like this fingerprint's just gonna come up as like Todd Doyle, who died in 2004.
It is always connected to a father of some sort living in a
To a-
suburban neighborhood.
To a different beloved father figure. Yeah, no, Marissa, Officer Centrifuge. It would be Officer Dr. Centrifuge. She's gonna have a hell of a time. Anyways, if you guys want to have your conversation, now's your chance.
Thanks for sticking in that cap for me, man.
Well, it was the truth. I didn't see anything.
I suppose that's fair. Hold on, who the fuck is Rocco Ricky?
He's the what was the number?
Number 1.
No, how many times has he been the Hot Wings?
Did we say
Did we
just
give a
that
number?
he's the number 1? I don't think we gave him a number.
Oh well, then he's the 10-time #1 hot wing eating champ.
Oh, okay. He was decapitated? You guys didn't actually do that, right?
No, Hollow was displaying an act of gluttony, and he was displaying an act of wrath.
And then, the fucking, whatever the hell that thing was.
An
severed
angel.
him. Yeah, severed him.
Decapitated.
Lord oh fucking mighty. If the police officers actually stuck the nose into something worthwhile, they might notice a little bit of, something going on in this town. They're digging into our business.
We shouldn't have hid that mermaid corpse then.
These people don't need to be worrying about that stuff. They didn't even know what Sunday was until a few days ago. You think that they can really deal with the existence of fucking monsters and spookums? No. That's stupid. Nobody else would really have to deal with that.
Except for the people who saw that angel.
Yeah. I'm sure if the cops actually, cross-reference the people we talked to, we could get you out of here pretty quick. They got nothing to hold you on. I
Correct.
mean, they might. I'm not really sure what your citizenship should be classified as, but
Neighbor.
okay, but that's not a country. Is it?
No.
Okay, because you went silent on me there. That scared the shit out of me. You really kind of let me run there.
Oh, sorry. I am still digesting the populace of this locale.
Yeah, all right. Midas has no idea what to make of that statement in the slightest. He goes to step out before he leaves. Turns back and don't go spreading that peat business nowhere. That's a bit of a trade secret. And heads out and is going to take a very long walk. He's not taking a squad car back. He will not get in that vehicle again.
You're just walking?
He's gonna walk the whole way back.
All right. So if that's the end of the scene, then we can move to Hallow and Millie. How is Millie and Hallow feeling now that it's just like the two of them in their lodgings?
Millie's like sitting on the bed, not really like looking at Hollow. She has tomato soup, the big alive plush dog, like on her lap and is like fluffing his ears. She has not spoken since that rock got exploded.
Hallow, what are you doing?
Oh, Hallow looks over and she goes, "Are you upset that we had to kill the rock?"
I don't think it's good to actually kill things if there's anything that you can do to prevent it.
This was all we could have done. I told you when I spoke to Odine that if the rock stayed anywhere, then the sirens would follow it.
I know that, but I didn't mean to make it alive. I would have been fine destroying it if it wasn't alive. I usually have way better control than that.
Do not worry. It will not remember.
It feels wrong. It just it feels wrong. Like it'd be like if I destroyed this guy here. You know?
That is different. He is your companion.
I know it's different, but she kind of like rubs her temples. Listen, working at the carnival, there's a very strong moral that you have to keep about you. You're surrounded by blood and violence and simulated death all the time, and you have to stand there and you have to remember to keep your morals about you and to remember that this is play and that it's not actually okay to hurt somebody, because if you don't, then people will start to actually get hurt. There are terrible fucking things I could do to people if I put my mind to it, Hollow. I mean, I know the same is true for you, but you get what you get what I mean. It's something that I have to keep about me to work at the circus, and knowing that I made it alive, and I was the one fucking holding it when it got destroyed. It's Millie is not especially good at emotion words. She's good at making a big show. She's not good at her feeling words. And she's just like, and I know that we have had to destroy things before. We had to get rid of the angel. I know that. But the angel was trying to kill people. The rock, I know it was influencing the sirens, but the rock was also just a rock, you know? It's I can't let that start to slip, because if it does, then who knows what could happen. It's not right to hurt people. It's just not.
Hallow's fingers like twitch a little bit as she listens to Millie speak. I do not understand the same way you do. She pauses. The rock, I do not think that it was conscious enough to know what had been done to it. The Is there not a saying in human culture about killing one thing for the survival of the many?
We do say that, yes.
Is that not what you have done here?
You're right. You're right, but shit, how I'm not good at having feelings and things. I'm worried. It just no matter even if I tell myself that yes, we had to get rid of it, that yes, it saves more people if we get rid of it. I know that, but it just does something ever just feel bad in your skin?
Hollow hums. Things often feel bad under my skin.
It's a little bit like that, I think.
Hmm. I think that you did the right thing. I do not think there was another option. If you had simply held on to the stone, then the mermaids would have kept killing people. You have saved the lives of many fishermen. Are you not happy about that?
I I am. She just kind of like drops like her head in her arms. Do you care if I just put on some music? It'll make me feel better.
Okay.
Hollow is going to be forced to listen to some very, very loud horrorcore.
And as you're searching through your bags for your MP3 players and stuff, like maybe you have a Discman, that'd be fun. You notice something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's been in your room, and
Uh,
someone has been rooting through your stuff.
um,
Um,
is anything gone?
Nothing is gone, but you get the impression that someone in this town is very interested in who Millie Bizaar is.
that's not concerning at all.
That feeling in Millie's skin starts to feel just a little bit worse.